any hope for a quiet arrival in Costa del Sol is instantly shattered. As Cloud and the party step off the ship, Shinra is already there, turning this tropical paradise into an occupied zone. It's a stark reminder that even on the other side of the ocean, we are never truly out of the company's reach.
Welcome to Costa Del Sol, sir.
Thank you for your efforts.
Hurry it up with the helicopter.
Yes, sir.
I hear Sephiroth was on board.
Yes.
It seems Cloud and the others were as well.
Yes.
They all slipped through. It's a total disgrace, Heidegger.
Sorry. I'm ashamed of myself.
And I'm growing tired of your apologies.
Preparations are complete, sir.
You'd better start doing something. I'll be expecting results.
Before we leave the luxury of the coast, there's a vital stop to make inside the Costa del Sol villa. Tucked away in the basement is the motor drive for Tifa.
Oh, the Adams here on the house. Feel free to help yourself.
In our forensic look at the gear, this is a power-spiked weapon. It offers a massive boost to her attack and hit percent for this stage of the game, though at the cost of having no materia growth. It's the perfect pickup for the long mountain trek ahead, ensuring Tifa can punch through the higher HP enemies we're about to encounter on the road to Corel.
Hey, a cute girl was here earlier looking for you. Maybe you should go and find her. Or are you just gonna forget about her and go to bed? It's 200 gil a night. Anything you say. Enjoy the sound of the waves. Sweet dreams. Good morning. Have a pleasant trip.
After the carnage on the cargo ship, a rest at the inn isn't just a gameplay mechanic to restore HP and MP, it feels like a narrative necessity. We take one final look at the sun-drenched beaches of Costa del Sol, a rare moment of peace in a journey that's been defined by steel and Mako. It's the last bit of blue we're going to see for a long time. As we step back out onto the world map, the scale of the western continent begins to set in. The tropical music fades, replaced by the sweeping, adventurous main theme. We're leaving the safety of the resort behind and heading into the dirt. The road to North Corel is long, and as the terrain begins to shift from grass to dusty mountain paths, you can feel the game's atmosphere getting grittier with every step.
Don't get up!
No sooner have we finished one fight than we're thrown straight into another with the Grangalan. For a deep dive, this enemy is a fascinating look at FF7's combat AI. It's essentially a living Russian nesting doll. The main Grangalan has the ability to spawn Grangalan JRS, and those juniors can spawn even smaller Grangalan Junior JRS. From a tactical standpoint, this creates a shield effect. Once the miniatures are on the field, the original Grangalan can't be targeted by short-range physical attacks. If you don't have a long-range weapon like Barrett's arm or Cloud's magic ready, you're forced to carve through the children just to reach the parent. But a forensic tip here? Focus everything on the primary Grangalan. If the original dies, the juniors and junior JRS vanish instantly. However, be warned, you don't get any EXP, AP, or gil for the ones that disappear this way. It's a classic RPG trade-off. Do you spend the time grinding down every single miniature for the extra rewards, or do you cut off the head of the snake to end the encounter quickly?
Whew. Oh, well, at least you bothered to talk to me.
What's the matter?
A guy in a black cloak passed by not so long ago. I was being friendly, telling him it is dangerous up ahead, but he completely ignored me.
Sephiroth.
Let's move on.
Yeah.
The shift from the open plains to the rusted iron of the Mount Corel tracks marks a significant change in the game's atmosphere. We are moving from the natural world into a graveyard of Shinra's industrial expansion. The enemies here reflect that transition, a mix of mutated wildlife and discarded mechanical scrap. First, the Needle Kiss. These avian predators are a common sight in high-altitude regions, utilizing high-voltage Thunder Kiss attacks to stun prey. Their high agility makes them difficult to pin down, serving as the speed element in these mixed encounters. Then we have the Surge Crown. These strange, mechanical entities appear to be repurposed or abandoned Shinra technology. They aren't high-threat combatants, but their presence suggests that the mountain has become a dumping ground for the company's failed hardware. Finally, the Bagnadrana. This is the apex predator of the lower mountain passes. A massive, armored reptile capable of surviving the harsh, sun-scorched environment. Its most dangerous attribute is its toxic breath, a biological defense mechanism that can quickly turn a routine patrol into a battle of attrition. Together, these three represent the biological and mechanical clutter that now thrives in the shadow of the Mako reactors. As the Corel Mako reactor finally comes into view, the difficulty spikes. Encountering two Bagnadrana simultaneously is a clear signal that we've entered a higher threat zone.
You watching?
These armored behemoths act as the natural deterrent for anyone trying to approach the reactor on foot, creating a lethal bottleneck on the narrow mountain paths.
I'll do what I can.
Stepping onto the elevated tracks of Mount Corel, the game's aesthetic shifts completely. We are no longer in the wilderness, we are walking on the literal remains of an abandoned infrastructure project. These rusting rails serve as a bridge between the wealth of the coast and the upcoming devastation of the mountains. Found discarded along this path is the W machine gun. In the forensic history of the region, these weapon caches tell a silent story of the conflict that once ravaged this area. This high-capacity firearm is a relic of the coal mining era's transition into military occupation, a heavy-duty piece of hardware left behind in a landscape that Shinra simply forgot. As we reach the higher elevations of the mountain passes, we encounter the Cokatolis. This flightless, avian hunter is a stark contrast to the smaller needle-kiss swarms that surround it. While it lacks the ability to fly, its heavy build and territorial nature make it the dominant predator of the tracks. At first glance, it appears to be a standard physical threat, but this creature carries a biological weapon that makes it one of the most feared encounters for travelers on the road to Corel.
Continue on.
Don't get up!
Here we see exactly why the Cokatolis is so dangerous. Its petrifying breath doesn't just deal damage, it initiates a gradual petrify countdown. This creates an immediate shift in the battle's priority. The player is no longer just fighting an enemy, they are fighting a timer. If that clock hits 0, the character is turned to stone, effectively removed from the battle. It's a brilliant piece of game design that forces a frantic pace, as you're pressured to end the fight before the mountain's wildlife permanently halts your progress. The path forward is eventually blocked by a massive gap in the elevated tracks, a literal manifestation of the region's decay. To proceed, we have to navigate into a small, weathered control hut perched above the line. This moment is a brief but effective shift in gameplay, moving from combat to interaction with the environment. By engaging the lever inside, we lower the bridge, allowing the rest of the party to cross. It's a simple mechanical puzzle, but it serves a narrative purpose. It reinforces the idea that the road to Corel is no longer a functioning thoroughfare. It's a series of obstacles that require manual intervention just to survive. This bridge isn't just a shortcut, it's a gatekeeper, separating the relative safety of the coast from the deeper, darker history waiting for us in the village ahead. By this point in the trek, these formations are familiar, but they serve as a reminder of the constant pressure the environment places on the traveler. The Needle-Kiss duo provides the constant distraction with their Rotunda Kiss chip damage, while the Bagnadrana stands as the primary.
This'll hurt.
In the forensic study of this route, these encounters highlight the attrition and design of the climb. It isn't about one single boss fight, it's about the slow drain of resources, HP, MP, and items, ensuring that by the time you actually set foot in North Corel, you feel the same exhaustion and weariness as the characters themselves.
I'll carve you up!
Just before we commit to the final suspended bridge, we're surrounded by a full swarm of 5 search crowns. While individual units are a minor nuisance, a group this large can turn into a tedious battle of attrition. However, this encounter allows for a demonstration of raw elemental power. By summoning Shiva, we bypass the need for precision targeting entirely. Her Diamond Dust's ability is an area of effect AoE attack that hits every enemy on the field simultaneously. Against low HP, mechanical targets like the Search Crowns, the ice damage is absolute. It's a clean, efficient way to clear the path, turning a potentially cluttered skirmish into a cinematic finish for the climb. As we move across the narrow suspension bridge, we encounter one of the most notorious enemies in the Final Fantasy franchise, the bomb. In the forensic ecosystem of Mount Corel, these creatures represent a unique hazard. They don't just fight, they react. The bomb's AI is programmed to respond to damage. Each time it's hit, it grows larger, its internal temperature reaching a critical mass. If the killing blow isn't dealt quickly enough, the enemy triggers its self-destructing ability. This isn't just a high-damage physical attack that targets a single party member, in this case, Tifa. It's a tactical failure for the player. When a bomb destroys itself, it is removed from the field by its own hand, meaning the party receives 0 experience, 0 AP, and 0 gil for the encounter.
Wow, that's some view. Almost becomes part of you.
Scared?
Yeah, a little.
You never know. You might survive it.
Cloud!
I'm back.